welcome to my channel Dot to Study. So here I am again with yet another video from the chapter The Rise of Nationalism. It's the second chapter of history. First chapter I have already completed and uploaded in my YouTube channel. Okay, so it's the third video from the chapter Rise of Nationalism. In this video we are going to discuss about the precursors of the Indian National Congress and about the Indian National Congress. Okay, now if you see today also, you can know that Indian National Congress still stands as a very strong or very powerful political body, isn't it? Political party. So now this Indian National Congress was not formed in a day. Okay, it was formed in the year 1885. So just see how old it is. Okay, now for nationalism, there were various factors. We have already studied various factors that promoted nationalism among Indians, isn't it? Now these nationalism had to be rooted in a particular direction so that it can work for the welfare of Indian society as well as for the welfare of country by driving out British, isn't it? So therefore, many political organizations or many political bodies were formed. Okay, now these political bodies or associations had a common cause, that is working for the welfare of Indian society. Okay, now these societies, these associations that were formed acted as the base for the Indian National Congress. Okay, now so some of them, okay, before that there were many leaders and there were many political parties or associations, societies that were formed for expressing the grievances of the Indians to British. So after the formation of many such organizations, one powerful political organization was formed, that is our Indian National Congress. Okay, now what were the precursors? Now what's the meaning of the word precursors? The forerunners. That is, here we'll discuss the associations that acted as a base for the Indian National Congress. So some of them were like the London Indian Association, East India Association, and then there are many like Indian Association, Indian National Conference, and Bengal British India Association, London Indian Society. Okay, it was London Indian Society, and then Indian Association. So there were many, but among them today, here we will discuss the most three prominent associations, that are East India Association, Indian Association, and Indian National Conference. Now you have to remember the dates or the years when these associations were formed. Okay, so East India Association was formed in the year 1866. When it was formed in the year 1866, because they can come in the exams, therefore I am telling you to remember them. Okay, so how will you remember the date? Should I give you a trick? See, East India Association, I. How we normally write I? If we don't write in cursive, then it's something like this, isn't it? This much is enough. See, here we have 1. 18. Now we have 1.8. So here O is there. Make it 8. And here we have A. Make it 6. Here we have O. Make it 6. So see, just to remember, I am telling these tricks. Okay. So the East India Association was formed in the 1866. By whom? By Dada Bhai Nauroji. By whom? By Dada Bhai Nauroji. Okay. Now, if any association, society, or political body is formed, then it's obvious that it has a aim, it has a goal. So what's the aim or what was the purpose of this East India Association. The main purpose of East India Association was to present the grievances of Indian society, to present the grievances of the people in India before the British government. Okay, so Dadabhai Naoroji, according to Dadabhai Naoroji, it was Dadabhai Naoroji's view that the British were basically just and good. It means that they did or they were able to do justice and they were good, but they are not able to understand the actual problem, the actual grievance in India and act accordingly. It was his belief. It was Dadabhai Naoroji's belief. Okay, so therefore he presented the actual grievances of the Indian society in front of the British, and he also suggested remedial measures, that is solutions for these problems on which the British have to act. Okay, so it was the basic motive or the basic function of the East India Company. Of the East India Association. Okay, now Dadabhai Naoroji was also known as the Grand Old Man of India. Okay, he was also known. Okay, one marker can come. Who is known as the Grand Old Man of India? So what you will write? Dadabhai Naoroji is known as the Grand Old Man of India. Okay, now the branches of East India Association were also in Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata. Okay, so in these three places also the branches of East India Association was present. So Dadabhai Naoroji wished to face the actual affairs, actual problems in front of the British Parliament. Okay, in front of the British Parliament. Now, second we come to Indian Association. Indian Association was formed in the year 1876. अब आप बताओगे इसे भी याद रखने का एक तरीका बता दीजिए क्यों चाहिए? See, East India Association 1866 में फॉर्म हुआ था. Now, Indian Association 1876 में, it means just after 10 years. Okay. Now, Indian Association, who was the founder of Indian Association? Founder of Indian Association is Surendranath Banerjee. Okay. Surendranath Banerjee. So the founder of Indian Association is Surendranath Banerjee. Now you have to remember the founder's name too. Okay. Because a question can come. Name the association or name the political body formed by Dadabhai Naoroji. So if you know, then you can write, isn't it? So once again, let's come to Indian Association. It was formed in the year 1876 by Surendranath Banerjee. Now its aim was to, its main motive was to create an all-Indian association. That is, they wished that people from all over India should come and join this political organization. Okay, it included many persons, that is, persons from different works, different ways of life, like professionals, like lawyers, middle class, so everyone was included in it. Okay. Now, what were the main aims of the Indian Association? First one was that they wanted to form a strong body of public opinion. It means that they want people to come together and give their political opinion so that they can present them before the British government. Okay. Second one, they wanted to create a unity between Hindus and Muslims. Okay. They didn't want that rivalry should exist between these two religions, that is the Hindus and Muslims. Okay. Third one is that they wished that the people, that the Indian mass who have common political interests, that is, who have common political ideas, that is, those जो एक ही जैसे सोचते हैं कि हाँ पॉलिटिक्स में ये सब होना चाहिए, ये सब नहीं होना चाहिए, जिनका आइडिया सेम है, सब कोई एक साथ आके इनके ग्रुप, इनका जो एसोसिएशन ज्वाइन करे ताकि इसका स्ट्रेंथ और बढ़े. Okay. And fourth is that they wanted active participation. active participation of the Indians in the public movements. It means that जितना mass participation you can say, okay, मतलब जितना ज़्यादा लोग हो सके उतना आके जो movements जो करते हैं उसमें participate करें. तो जितने ज़्यादा लोग आएंगे उतना ही ज़्यादा strength बढ़ेगा. And it would be difficult for the British to stop them. And if the unity among Indians will increase, then surely they can drive out British. Okay, so that was their main objective. Now, they had some achievements too. They stood against the Arms Act. I think you have learned about the repressive policies, isn't it? There we read about the Arms Act, the Vernacular Press Act, and lowering the age limit from 21 years to 19 years for the ICS examination, that is the Indian Civil Service examination. So they protested against these all what you can say repressive policies that were formulated by the British, and to some extent they were successful in their attempt too. But they were not able to unite, or they were not able to include the whole of India or include members from all over India in their political association. Okay, so it didn't have an all India nature. That is, people from all over India did not participate in the Indian association that is founded by Surendranath Banerjee. Okay, now the third one is Indian National Conference. Now this Indian National Conference was also founded by Surendranath Banerjee. Okay, so who founded the Indian National Conference? It was founded by Surendranath Banerjee. Okay, now this Indian National Congress was formed in the year 1833. Okay, this national conference was held in Kolkata. Okay, in Kolkata. It acted as a model for the Indian National Congress. Okay, मतलब ये एक तरह का मॉडल था इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस के लिए. इसे देखकर या फिर व्हाट यू कैन से ये एक बेस जैसा एक्ट किया. बाकी सब भी बेस थे, बट just prior to the formation of Indian National Congress, this Indian National Conference was formed. Okay, now what happened in the year 1885? Okay, in the year 1885, that is in December 1885 in Kolkata, the Indian National Congress had its second conference. That is Indian National Conference. Indian National Conference का सेकेंड सेशन बोल सकते हैं. सेकेंड सेशन दिसंबर 25, 1885 में कोलकाता में चल रहा था. इसी दौरान मुंबई में किसका इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस का मीटिंग चल रहा था. ओके, सो नाउ बोथ दिस पॉलिटिकल बॉडीज हैड सेम aim, had same goal, that is to work for the welfare of Indians. इंडिया के भलाई के लिए, इंडियंस के भलाई के लिए वर्क करना, उनका बेटरमेंट होना, वो सब था इनका मोटिव. So they thought that it would be better if both the Indian National Conference and the Indian National Congress would come together. Okay, so here we end all about the precursors of the Indian National Congress. Now we will go to Indian National Congress. Okay. Now, many prominent leaders like Surendranath Banerjee, Dadabhai Naoroji, and Justice Ranade, and then Badruddin Tyagji, these all leaders were trying to make an all India association. Okay, these all associations were made in the hope that it would attain an all India character. That is, मतलब कि सारे इंडिया के पूरे members, हर जगह के members इसमें participate करेंगे. But they were all failures. So they were trying hard. So you will not believe that for them help came from a British, okay, a British called, sorry, his name was A.O. Hume. A.O. Hume. He was a retired civil service person. Okay, so he wrote a letter to the Calcutta University that we should form a political organization which would be of all India character, and so that the ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट कैन बी प्रेजेंटेड बिफोर देम. मतलब एक लेटर लिखे और ओपन लेटर लिखे, कहाँ पे, किसको लिखे, कलकत्ता यूनिवर्सिटी के स्टूडेंट्स को, कि आप सब एक साथ, कि आप अभी टाइम आ गया कि आप सब एक साथ आए और एक ऑल इंडिया पॉलिटिकल एसोसिएशन फॉर्म करें. इस एसोसिएशन का मेन मोटिव क्या होगा, जो ब्रिटिश इंडिया, जो ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी अभी रूल कर रही है, फिर जो ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट का रूल चल रहा है, उसमें क्या क्या लूप होल्स है, क्या क्या ड्रॉबैक्स है, वो सब आप बता पाओ या फिर पॉइंट आउट करके दिखा पाओ, ताकि जो ब्रिटिशर्स रूल कर रहे हैं वो उनके गवर्नमेंट को, उनके एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को बेटर कर पाए. ओके, सो नाउ दिस लेटर दैट A.O. Hume wrote, it had an immense impact. The leaders came together and formed the All India Congress, and from the Indian National Congress. But at that time, it was named as Indian National Union, and its foundation was laid by A.O. Hume. Okay, what's the name? A.O. Hume. Its foundation was laid by A.O. Hume. Now later, in December 25, it was planned that they would have a meeting in December 25 in Pune, but at that time plague broke out in that region, and therefore the meeting or the conference was held in the Gokuldas Sanskrit College of Mumbai. Okay, between December 28 and December 31. Now, as I said earlier, its name was Indian National Union, but on the suggestion of Dadabhai Naoroji, it was named as, on the suggestion of Dadabhai Naoroji, it was named as Indian National Congress. Now, its first session was attended by 72 delegates. Okay, that is 72 members attended the Indian National Congress in its first session. And who presided the first session of the Indian National Congress? Vomesh Chandra Banerjee. Okay, what's the name? W.C. Banerjee. Vomesh Chandra Banerjee presided the first session of Indian National Congress. Okay, who presided? Vomesh Chandra Banerjee. Okay, now Lord Dufferin, who was the Governor General at that time, he also favored the formation of such a political organization, because he thought that it will act as a safety valve and it will stop the protests by the Indian people. Okay, so therefore he also gave much support to Indian National Congress in its initial years. Okay, now here Indian National Congress, such a political organization which has an all India character, is formed. So it's obvious that it has certain aims, it has certain objectives, isn't it? So let's know what are its aims and objectives. Okay, so the first aim is that to promote friendly relation. That is, now in every part of India there are various national political workers who are working for the same cause, isn't it? So they wanted that all these political workers should have friendly relations among them. That is, सब कोई एक साथ आके काम करे, सबके बीच में एक friendship हो, ताकि they can exchange their political ideas or they can improve their strength. Okay, so the second one is that they should develop a unity, a sense of a feeling of unity among the Indians. That is, the people should consider themselves as one, that is, as Indians, without considering any other things like caste, religion or creed. वो चाहते थे कि सब कोई एक साथ आए बिना कोई कास्ट, रिलीजन और क्रीड का जो डिफरेंशिएशन है उसे मन में रखकर. ओके, सो द थर्ड वन इज they wanted, or they thought, or their objective was to formulate, that is, to make or to plan out or to find out. The best one is to find out the problems of the Indians. Okay, where the loophole is lying in the administration or where people are suffering. They would find out all these things and present it before the British government. Okay, and present them before the British government. And the fourth one, to organize public opinion in the country. That is, the opinions of various persons, of people belonging to a particular region, to whole India. What is the opinion? To train and organize their public opinion. Okay, so now it was successful. So all these aims, objectives was for only only two things. First, okay, it would be better to say as one thing, that is, for the welfare of the people of India, and that would be attained if British were drove out of India, isn't it? So they finally achieved their goal in the year 1947. Okay. So in the year 1885, the Indian National Congress was formed. That is, its first session was conducted in the year 1885 in Mumbai, and it was presided by Ramesh Chandra Banerjee, isn't it? After that, every year this session was conducted, and its second session was held in the year 1886 in Kolkata and was presided by Dadabhai Nauroji. Now there are some few sessions which are very important, like first session and second session. We have to remember the presidency and the year in which they were formed. Then the 23rd session, that is in 1907. It was held in Surat and presided by Rajbihari Ghosh. Now, why is this session important? Because this session is known for the Surat split. That is, the Indian National Congress was split into two wings. One by the assertive nationalists and one by the early nationalists. Okay. Now, these two groups, the Indian National Congress was divided into two groups, as both of them had different political ideas. One said that we should approach non-violent protests or non-violent actions against the British. But one said that these actions would not help us to reach anywhere, and therefore we should be aggressive. Early nationalists and aggressive nationalists. Okay, and therefore we should be aggressive against the British. Okay. Now one more session, that is the 31st session in 1916, Lucknow, in which the Lucknow Pact was signed. Okay, and this session was presided by Ambika Charan Mazumdar. Okay, now what's the specialty of this session? In this session, again, both the wings of the Indian National Congress came together. Okay, so here with the third video, we come to the end of the chapter 2, Rise of Nationalism. Okay, so I hope that you all understood the lesson, and if you have any doubt, then do write in the comment section. I will try to solve or answer your doubt. Okay, so till then, bye bye. I will come with the third chapter soon. Bye.